Hello, this is Because of Plays. I'm here with a new game. It's called Death Trick Double Blind. I think this is the demo version because it's not yet out. It says to wish listed on Steam, so let's have a go. I see tarot cards in this first page. Load page, game page. I don't know what it's called. Hennessy, a glass bottle over here, some cupcakes, people in what I think would be entertainer or circus outfits, and tarot cards. I don't know what this game's gonna be about, but let's have a look. Morgan's Traveling Circus is coming to Tolji. Horses, tigers, elephants, puppets, acrobatics, and fire dancing. Performances every night by I didn't read that. Show delayed. New date to be determined. Magician disappeared for 4 days. What? Boss refused to answer for star magician's disappearance. A call from Tolji? A new case, maybe. Something's going on in the circus. I need you to watch out if something happens with blah blah blah. Hi, this is Detective Jones from Jones Investigative Services. How can I help you? Jacqueline? What? Everything's moving a little fast for me in that intro scene. Alright, this is it. I have to make it work. Moses, come in. Mr. Morgan? An older gentleman sits behind the desk, so engrossed in the documents that he didn't even look up when I came in. Mr. Jones, I've been expecting... He stopped halfway through a sentence when he looked up from the desk. Oh, sorry, I wasn't expecting other visitors. Moses Morgan is the owner of Morgan's Traveling Circus. It seems like you have me at a disadvantage, Miss Jacqueline. But you can just call me Jackie, the magician. Alright, Miss Jackie, is there anything I can do for you? Sometimes conversation can feel like a battle. You need all the weapons in your arsenal. A good conversationalist can wield every piece of weapon in their collection to do a variety of things. Ask questions, give answers, present evidence, spread gossip. This is your collection. Everything you need for a conversation can be found. Separated into 3 categories: information, item, and people. When the collection screen comes up, click these tabs on the top to shift through categories. From there, click on a piece of item, click question mark to inquire about that topic, and advance the conversation. Later, you will be able to inquire everyone about everything in your collection, but for now, focus on answering the other party's questions and keeping the conversation flowing. About Jackie. I, Jackie, am a magician, a new one, freshly out of apprenticeship, and back from where I studied magic in Europe. I'm here to audition, of course. You are here to audition. I'm a magician, and... He didn't let me finish that sentence. You said your name was Jackie. Never heard of a magician with that name, and you know every magician in the country? More or less. If someone like you appeared, I'd have heard by now. We don't get a lot of female magicians, and that mask on your face is practically asking for gossip. Small circus. Circle, huh? I get it. The Europeans are the same way. So you are European, but your accent... Well, I was born and raised in the States, but I left with my master to France to study magic with him. That was, 5-6 years ago? Oh, God, I was just a stupid girl who wants to learn magic. Now, I'm just still a stupid girl, but at least I know how to do magic. Anyways, where was I? Yes, we toured Europe for a few years, but then the war happened. My family was worried about me and insisted on calling me back, so here I am. I promise you, I'm au fait with everything magic. I'm a professional. Right, I'm sure that's true, but here's the thing. Miss Jackie, I hate to break it to you, but there's no magician job. We are not hiring. Are you sure? Because... Situation in the circus? Since the disappearance of the circus star magician Amazing Hattie, Morgan's traveling circus has been put under the spotlight as newspapers are speculating on a disappearance and customers are demanding ticket refunds. Your circus isn't a tough place. He narrows his eyes for a second, but seems to decide against speaking. Instead, he leaned back into his chair and crossed his arms, waiting for me to speak. I must be careful here. Your star performer has been missing for a week. People are talking. The papers are speculating. And your customers are protesting. You sold your tickets on the promise of seeing a show from the Amazing Hattie, the greatest female magician of the decade, but no one got to see her perform. It's the weekend, and the big show is coming up. If she still fails to show up, he cuts me off, his sharp gaze cutting into my pupil. Miss Jackie, what do you want? I already told you I'm here to audition. You need a magician? Quick. I am one. A wondrous coincidence, wouldn't you say? Yes. What a coincidence. You'll have to forgive me if I find it hard to believe that a replacement just showed up here and seems to know more about my business than I do. You won't even show your face. Everyone knows your business now? With the rates that these papers are going, everyone from Paris to London knows your business by now. Pity. Don't see anyone running it for me. I've been doing this for a few decades. I've been in this business for half a century. Let people think they know better. At the end of the day, they are not the ones who have to worry about keeping all my workers fed. Well, if you don't do something about your situation soon, your workers might be in a lot more trouble. No offense, Miss Jackie, but I'm going to need something more than talk to convince me. I have a business to run and a reputation to uphold. How about this? You said you're here to audition. Do that. Show me an act of yours. The mind reading act? Or what is this? Oh, what is this? Something go I should have given that. I had no idea I had that. Small pistol with custom-made silver plate handle. Okay. My signature trick is a telepathy act. Is it real or fake? People often ask. Well, if I can't give you the right answers, does it matter if it comes from mystical power or just some good old human trickery? Oh, that makes sense, of course. I do your usual stuff. Rabbits and hats, card tricks, escape acts, that sort of thing. But my specialty is in mind reading. Mind reading or a mind reading act? If you're good enough, there won't be a difference. Try it. You want me to try it on you? You have my permission. All right, here it goes. Well, I'm trying, but your energy is resisting. Right. I think I'm going to need a stronger connection. Can you give me your hands? He didn't say anything, just laid both of his arms atop the table. I grabbed his wrists. His eyes are calm, his pulse steady. Now, say abracadabra. Seriously? You'll need to come up with something better than that. See, your energy, resisting. I can't believe I'm going along with this. Fine. Abracadabra. All right. Now I'm just going to ask you a very simple question. You don't have to give me the answer because I'm going to hear it when you think it. Sounds good? Go ahead. Are you sure? I can't control my powers if there's anything you don't want me to know. Well, actually, now you will be thinking really hard about them. I've stared down the barrel of a rifle and the jaws of a tiger. I'm sure I can handle a little magic act. All right, if you are sure, here comes. Your magician, Hattie, how did she die? His hands and his palms jerk slightly in my palms. Seems like he caught his impulse to withdraw his hand. But it's too late. In his initial surprise, his eyes flickered to my chest, giving him away. Something through the heart? A bullet? The corner of his mouth twitched. No, a knife. A knife through the heart. His face turned serious. How? Through mind reading, of course. Don't give me that. Well, did I pass your test? Why are you here? And don't tell me you are just looking for a job. There's a reason I didn't choose to look for a replacement. The amazing Hattie left behind some big shoes, or should I say big hats, to fill. Do you have any idea what the audience will say to anyone who tries to replace her at this point in time? I know of all that. But what if I told you she wants me to be here? The letter from Hattie. Jay, something's going on in the circus. This was at the intro. I need you to watch out. If something happens to me and Tulgi, please go take my place. I can't say more now, but please, the show has to go on. The amazing Hattie. I received this letter a few days ago. It came as soon as I could. Jay, I read this a second ago. He pored over the letter, brows furrowed. A letter from Hattie. The amazing Hattie is a star magician of Morgan's traveling circus until she disappeared earlier this week. What is she talking about? Something's going on in the circus? Well, nothing's going on in my circus. If there's anything, I'd surely know, wouldn't I? He swore under his breath. But this means... I received a letter from a dead person? This means yeah. I guess that's technically true. But if you are trying to imply that a corpse walked to a post office and mailed this to you, I don't quite think that's what happened. The letter probably just took a few days to get to you. The only thing that this proves is that she knew something was going to happen to her. But how is that even possible? Why didn't she do anything? His lips tremored. I can see the doubt and disbelief in his usual impassive face. I feel bad for him, but I can truly rule out that he's... Can I truly rule out... Oh, that he's a culprit? I cleared my throat. And as if that woke him up, he sat upright and his face returned to neutral. So, the show is coming up, and I think that's the reason Hattie called me to take her place. We have a great opportunity here. I'm afraid I don't quite understand. I'm sure you are a great magician, but at this point I'm afraid no replacement can meet the audience's expectations. Well, good thing I'm not here to replace her then. I'm here to become her. Huh? Let's talk about the plan. What plan? How many people know about the truth of Hattie's disappearance? For now, only people working in a circus, well, also the police. So everyone in the circus knows? Perhaps not the regular workers, but the performers definitely all know. Given that they all work together on a daily basis, it's kind of hard to keep it from them. How many people is that exactly? We have 7 performers, so discounting Hattie, that's 6, and there's also our mechanic, who works closely with the performers. 6 performers, 1 mechanic, and you, so 8 people in total. That's right. Alright, that's good. This is going to work. Would you please just get to the point? Well, let's say, hypothetically, what if Hattie was not dead after all? I could pinpoint the exact moment his face twitches from confusion to understanding. You are going to be Hattie? Well, let's say the reason for her disappearance is that her face got injured in a practice incident, and now she has to wear a mask to cover up the scars. You had this all planned out from the beginning, don't you? Well, I am a magician. I'm not going to lie. To have Hattie come back at least until we get the big shows out of the way would certainly solve a lot of my problems right now. But I cannot, in good conscience, agree to this plan of yours. What? Sorry, what? Why? Come on, don't tell me you're sticking out to some bullcrap about not lying to the audience or something. In case you haven't noticed, deception is kind of the nature of our trade. No. Well, that's not ideal, but I don't think it's breaking any non-existent code or ethics or anything. Then why in the world would you say no? Do you enjoy being grilled by the press and customers every damn day? He crossed his arms. I don't know if this has occurred to you, Miss Jackie, but the killer is still out there. This crazy plan of yours will surely draw their attention and therefore put you in mortal danger. You are worried about me. Aw, that's real sweet. But don't you worry about me. I can take care of myself. You don't understand. I will not have another death happen under my watch. Trust me, nothing is going to happen. How can you be so sure? Think about it. Whoever killed her was definitely counting on her to get out of the way for something, so my appearance is going to put a wrench in their plan. If it were you, what would you do? I have no idea. You'd panic, scramble to come up with something new, right? That's when you make mistakes. A magician should never do a trick when you think someone's seen through it. So you want to, what, talk to everyone, see what the reaction is? How's that going to help? Mind reader here, remember? I'm not some detective with magnifying glass, concerned about footprints or crime scenes. I deal with matters of the heart. Whoever did this must have done so for a reason. Why? What was their relationship with Hattie? Do they feel guilty, or cocky, or relieved? One may keep the evidence of their crime hidden, but their heart will always remember what their mind has tried to forget. So if I ask them about Hattie, feelings with them will emerge, and I think some interesting things might come up. Are you absolutely sure about this? I am fully aware of the risks. Besides, who am I to throw away someone's dying wish? The show must go on, and when the person who walks in the shadows decides to come out, rest assured, I have plenty of tricks up my sleeve to deal with them. Silver hang done? Or should I say, up my dress? Whoa, what are you? He quickly turned his head around to avoid looking. No, look. I tapped on the metal of the gun in my leg holster. Oh. Yep. What do you say? All right. But the first sign of trouble, I'm pulling you out. Awesome. The plan is a go. Now, let's talk logistics. All right, first things first. This thing we are doing, I'll have to explain it to the rest of the crew. They know about Hattie, so it will be crazy if they see you showing up out of nowhere. Of course, but you might want to leave out a few details? Yes, I'll just tell them it's my idea to get someone to play her, to tie us over until the shows are finished. Switcheroo. I'm going to take Hattie's place by impersonating her. This will placate Circus customers angry over Hattie's disappearance and maybe, I think, draw out the person behind Hattie's death. Moses will tell the performers that it was his idea to hire me. Second, I think you might pass as her from afar, but you're going to need everything on your side for everyone to believe it, especially with all the scrutiny you are going to be under. It will help if you are in something familiar. You'll need to change into her costume. I was going to ask you about that. You need to find Alice, our mechanic. Oh, the one that you said works closely with the performers? The one that knows about... Yes. Alice is in charge of our stage props and costumes. She also helps with pretty much everything that has to do with show arrangements. She's the only one besides the performers that know what happened to Hattie. I'm sorry, but I can't really leave the office. I'm expecting someone important. I'll write you a note. She'll understand when she sees it. And here's a map. This time of day, Alice is definitely backstage. It's backstage. See at the little tent right behind the big top. Just introduce yourself and she'll help you with the costume and she'll tell you everything you need to know for our performance tonight. I can do that. Now, for the last thing, it is absolutely imperative that you don't go wandering around in the public areas before you are formally introduced to the audience. Got it. Can't spoil the surprise, right? We are walking a tightrope here. We can't let anyone spot you in an uncontrolled environment. Of course. Is that all? Yes, get into costume, don't let the public spot you, and remember that the performers know about the ruse. If we can manage these things, maybe we'll manage to pull off this crazy plan of yours. You are a great magician in your own way. I'll take that as a compliment. It is. Alright, unless you have anything else to ask me, you need to be on your way. I like that transition. My head hurts. Where am I? The detective. Alright, think. Someone clearly did this to me. I need to find them and do something. I need to figure out where I am and how I got here. But first things first, I'm going to need some pants. Oh. Oh. Really? Did they have to take my jacket and pants too? What was I wearing again? Shit, I can't remember. That can't be good. Why can't I remember? Is it a concussion? Whatever I was wearing, it probably isn't worth much. Whoever took them must be desperate. Oh. The detective? Hold up. I'm gonna take a quick pause here because I feel like I need to go into this later. This is long. There's a lot to cover. I shall be right back. Please like and subscribe. The new episode will be out tomorrow. Toodles for now.